Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Paul Brown Show. This evening, my very special guest is Miss LaVonda Earley-Stacey of Vegas Grand Boxing Promotion and her boxer, Miss TAPA. How you doing, ladies? How y'all doing this evening?
Thank you so much. We're doing awesome. Thank you for having us back, Paul.
Thank you for coming on the show. LaVonda, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and about Vegas Boxing Promotion. Go ahead.
Well, Vegas Grand Boxing Promotion has been on your show before.
Correct.
So we actually love what we're doing, so we're still at it. We were here right before May.
Correct.
For our grand, for our grand show. So this will be our fourth scheduled show. And we had a hiccup in September, but all of that was moved on to our November 17th fight. So we were able to have a great show at the Grady Cole Center for two shows. We moved it to the Extravaganza. Now we're back at the Extravaganza on November the 17th. So that's Saturday, November 17th. We'll have we're calling it Vegas in the Carolinas. You like that, Paul?
I love that. I love that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss TAPA.
Well, I'm Lady TAPA. I do a lot of different things, but I'm known pro wrestler, MMA fighter. I compete in jiu-jitsu, and I'm a boxer.
You're a boxer. How long have you been boxing?
I've been boxing maybe a couple of years. I had 2 fights. I'm 2-0 with 2 knockouts.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And Miss LaVonda over here, we represent the Carolinas, and she's building her brand in the Carolinas. And I live here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I love being part of her company and her movement. So I'm excited for November 17th to fight.
What inspired you, Miss TAPA, to be a boxer?
Can I just tell you what her nickname is?
What's that?
Or should you want to tell them?
Well, you can tell them.
What's that nickname?
Oh, she's the knockout queen.
The knockout
This is
queen.
the knockout queen.
Why they call you the knockout queen, other than the fact that you be knocking people out?
That's it. You knock them out.
Oh.
Knockout queen. Keep knocking them out. You're a knockout queen.
So they call her the queen of the rings because she just told you everything she's involved in.
Correct.
So she's been our main event.
Okay.
She was our main event for the first show that we had.
Okay.
She was the main event. But, she's returned to the show a couple times. Now, she does multiple things, but here's the thing. She is fighting Monica Harrison. And Monica calls herself the knockout queen.
Oh.
So she's coming. Yeah. So November 17th is going to be something that I think people, you don't want to miss this. You have the knockout queen of the Carolinas, and then you have the knockout queen that she's claiming the name.
Correct.
So both of them have knocked their opponents out.
Representing the Carolina.
Yeah, well, I believe her opponent quit, so that becomes a knockout, I guess, in boxing terms. Just saying.
What made you want to become a boxer?
I've been a fighter all my life, not only just like in life of things I want to do. I was driving and determined to fight, and just naturally, the bloodline I come from Tonga, which is a small island in the South Pacific.
Okay.
And we are some big, strong people. And I have family that my uncle is a barbarian. He wrestled with WWE back when they were WWF. Okay. I had cousins, they play in the NFL. So I come from a background just of different athletes, but I always enjoyed fighting. Not to get in trouble, but challenging myself.
Correct.
And as I got older, I went from pro wrestling and stepped into the MMA and boxing. To me, it all intertwines with each other.
Okay.
A lot of people say to me, why do you do all those things? Why don't you stick to one? And I say, well, why not?
Yeah,
why don't you try? Why don't you do? Yeah, it's just something I want to do, I want to do it. If you're going to be the queen of rings, go claim them.
Yeah.
Claim the wrestling ring, claim the MMA cage or ring, claim the boxing ring.
Okay.
Exciting.
That's a great concept.
Exciting. LaVonda, okay, you said this is your 4th
scheduled show.
Yes. Now, describe that feeling from your first show to now.
The first show, I was very, very nervous, but I knew that once we got that first show off, it was either going to, it was my chance to say, I'm in it to win it.
Correct.
Or I'm out. And after the show was over, and it was ADSN was our television station that was there, and he interviewed me, and I was like, we're ready to go. We're in it to win it.
Okay.
So I decided that we're moving forward, and we're moving forward with our team. TAPA was somebody that caught my eye. When I saw her, we immediately clicked.
Correct.
So a lot of people asked me, like, what does she do? I was like, well, she does it all. She actually brands it. She knows how to do it. Her branding, her marketing, it's all on point. I literally just had to step in and put the fight on. Like, she did everything else. Like, she definitely has that presence. So she's a great showman. I mean, she's a woman, but she's a great showman.
So, just name some of the other boxers that you have lined up to be on the card.
Paul, we have a full house.
I heard you got some exciting fights.
Yes. Our feature fight, TAPA is one of the feature fighters. We have Cordell Booker coming down. He's a PBC fighter, actually.
Okay.
I don't even need to say anymore. I mean, it's PBC. He's 12-0. And so people, I'm sure, look that up. Cordell Booker on BoxRec. But we have someone that's 19-0, DeAndre Robinson-Neal. He's 19-0. Again, another person from the Carolinas that we were excited to see about. And we have Michael Williams Jr. He's our co-main event, and Lavonte Earley is our main event. So Michael Williams is they call him 150. Okay. And his dad is 300, and they have that marketing thing down pat too. Correct. So when you go to social media, Google Michael Williams Jr., it'll come up. Google TAPA, she's going to come up. Lavonte is the world-class gentleman. He's our main event. He hasn't fought since this time last year, actually. And so we're excited about seeing that. It's just a full card. Okay. So they're going to have to go to Facebook to get some of the other names. But it's so many of them. I hate not to be able to list everybody, but we do have a full card. And so we're definitely excited about that. Another special bout is Marine versus Army. Marie Coleman versus Jaquan Towns.
All right. Now.
Yeah, they had an altercation, apparently, when they were supposed to fight on our September 29th card. We had a hiccup there, and we weren't able to move forward with that show. We moved that bout to November 17th, and they are going to put it down. Like, they're literally fighting for real. So Marie has made the statement that this fight may retire him. He doesn't know. He's saying if he wins, he's going to move forward. If he loses, he's going to retire.
Is it like that?
It's like that. I mean, that's how serious this fight is.
Wow.
That sounds real interesting. So we got to come there and see that.
Yes, we do.
November 17th.
It's Saturday, November 17th. Now, we moved the location. People are used to coming to the Grady Cole Center.
Okay.
And it's so funny that, TAPA being a WWF wrestler, that we talked about that the very first time I was here. We talked about the presence of the Grady Cole Center and how the WWF was able to really, make their presence in the Carolina. And it's one of the largest sports organizations in the world. With that being said, that arena is a perfect place, but we're going to make it more intimate, a little bit take it up a classier, because we all know that the Grady Cole Center is a little dated and could use some upgrade. But what we decided to do was take it to an intimate, upscale facility. And I think Extravaganza, that's it. Okay. It's still in the uptown area, but when it's a grungy feeling on the outside, when you see it on the outside, Paul.
When you come in, you're wow. That's how I was just like, wow.
That's what
just from everything, how the colors that you did and how you set it up was really different.
We want to give people the wow moment. And Roy Jones is coming.
I know, that's exciting. I can't wait to meet
Roy Jones.
The Roy Jones Jr. will be in the house. His fighter is Michael Williams Jr. That's our co-main event. Okay. And so we tried to get him on the phone, but Michael Jr. didn't answer the phone. He's actually sparring, and we did contact his dad, Michael Williams Sr., and to let him know that we were going to try to reach him, but he is sparring. Roy Jones hasn't sparred. So a lot of people are saying, is he really coming?
Correct.
Yes, Roy Jones is really coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to be there. We got to be there.
Right. So another thing I wanted to let the clients know, that our last show, September 29th, if it was anyone that didn't get a refund, they're able to use their ticket for this show if you didn't get a refund. So I have a list of those that didn't get a refund. They can use their ticket
Okay.
to see Roy Jones, and that ticket was one price, but at the door, of course, it's going to be different. But we will honor that. So there were several people that
Correct.
didn't get in the September 29th show because of our rescheduling, but you're able to use that ticket if you didn't get your money back. That is the key.
Correct. It's going to be an exciting event.
It is.
It's going to be an exciting event.
It is.
TAPA, are you excited about, and what do you want to say to your opponent who feels like she's the knockout? What do you want to tell her?
Oh, well, talk is cheap. Actually, she had posted something on social media today, just talking, telling me, saying, oh, this isn't WWE, duh. We know that. You don't have to keep saying, just stuff like that. I get it. But I'm just ready. I have nothing to say to her. I just come and do what I'm trained to do. That's it. Cool. My work speaks
Now,
for
she has a
itself.
hashtag called Bow Down.
Yeah.
She does?
So,
yeah, that's what I want to tell her. Monica Harris, where you at? I'm coming for you. You better be ready to bow down.
That's exciting.
so Monica's name is Lay 'Em Down. Monica
Okay.
Lay 'Em Down Harrison. So she, that's her stage name, Lay 'Em Down. So you got Monica Lay 'Em Down Harrison against TAPA. I mean, she's just TAPA. Who else has that name? Prince.
And what's her opponent's record?
Monica is 1-0.
1-0.
Yes.
Okay.
TAPA is 2-0.
Correct.
So this is going to be a hell of a fight. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh, yeah. TAPA, where do you see yourself at 5 years from now?
Ooh, I don't know if I could say that right now. It's kind of like a little secret. No, I really see myself even before then. The way I'm going in boxing, my goal has always been to be a world champion and female heavyweight boxer, and really like being a different size female. I'm not like 135 or the normal size for female fighters. I'm over 200 pounds and I fight heavyweight, and I really want to see other female heavyweights that ever get into boxing or have the desire to want to really push themselves to do it. And hopefully 5 years from now, it'll be normal for heavyweight females to come through in the boxing division like clockwork. Okay. And it's not that they're heavyweight, they can hold their weight and they can fight.
Exactly.
They can they can put on a show and they can fight. If I can do it, they can too.
I like that concept.
It does.
I like that concept. But the heavyweight female division is, it's not a lot of competition in that division, but you have a lot of 160s, right? But 160s under that, but not a lot of heavyweights. So this is a great division to be in. That competitive division. So we're looking to bring more female boxers. A lot of people shy away from that. I'm running to it. I'm running to the fire. I think we need to promote more female boxers. I think they add value to the show. Now, they get on my nerves a little bit more because they take a lot. They take a lot.
Why you say that, LaVonda?
I take a lot.
I gotta have pregnancy tests.
Oh yeah.
I gotta provide them, security at their dressing rooms. Yeah. So that's the part that gets on my nerves. But I think it's an untapped market in the Carolinas. This is something that I want to promote. All of them, I do. I want to promote it more. I do. I just need. I wish the rules were a little bit different. I have to provide more to the female boxers than I do for the males. They all have to have their own special things that the commission requires, and that's just business. But I mean, I'm telling you the truth. I'm just being real.
Correct.
It is just. It's not all glam and glorious. We make it look easy to put on the show. And that's why you have a lot of promoters that are entering the industry thinking that it's easy, and it's not at all. It's a lot of work and a lot of money. So we do need, we need Charlotte to come out. We need Charlotte to show up and support. Not only Charlotte, but the surrounding areas too. So we have fighters coming out of Connecticut, New York, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. So we need the support of the community.
So being that, LaVonda, you're in a boxing promoter, whereas you see a lot of men as promoters. You're coming in as one of the few young ladies promoters, but you're doing so well. what do you give that credit to?
Almighty God, Jesus, Trinity, Holy Spirit. Can I say that on TV now?
Yes.
That's what I attribute it to. 100%. He's the pilot. Without him, it would not be possible.
Correct.
But it takes organization, it takes discipline, and it takes a lot of sitting down at that computer and getting it done.
Correct.
TAPA can tell you how many times she asked me for a contract. When I sit down at the computer, TAPA, I'll send you the contract. She's like, you need to get that done today. And I like her because she keeps me accountable.
Okay.
And she keeps me, on what I need to be on. I like that about her. So she's definitely persistent.
We hold each other down. It's a bigger picture.
She's persistent. She's very, very persistent. I'm like, okay, TAPA.
So, TAPA, describe a typical day that you have when you're training for a fighting match.
Training wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Showing up to the gym, stretch. Sometimes, like in my training, I go 2-3 times, and then Sundays I rest. From strength and conditioning to one-on-one mitt work with my coach, and to sparring sessions with other heavyweight. I only work all of my training when it's fight camp. I only work with the heavyweight men.
Okay.
Oh wow.
My coach puts me with the guys similar to my size, and sometimes the guys are even bigger than me, just because I know I need that work. I gotta be ready, well-rounded, and I take a lot of punishment in sparring from the guys, but it makes me tough. It makes me work even harder and push myself. But even then, they get their butts whipped by me too. We get hit and we give hits. So it's a lot of different things. From training wise, when I go in, we stretch, we warm up as a team, then we start drilling certain drills, calling out different combos with your partner, and then breaking it down to, we do light sparring through the week and then heavy sparring towards the end of the week, depending on how close our fight's coming for me. So.
Are you like a boxing camp, or do you have a area that you train at, or?
Yeah, I train in Gastonia at Gymmo. When I started in MMA, that was my home gym. They also have boxing, but we also go to 4M Fitness to also work over there to use the ring and cage. Where I train at, we don't have a ring, so when we need to spar, we go over there to where the rings are at.
That's where my son is too.
Yeah, that's
Lavonte.
where Lavonte is.
Yeah, Lavonte.
I sparred with Lavonte.
You did, really? Oh,
I was just like, brother, I know I'm a big girl, and I know you quick as lightning, but golly, give me a second to turn this way. I mean, by the time he moved here and then he go here, I'm like, oh my gosh, he is really, really good.
And you said he was going to be fighting?
He's the main event.
He's the main event.
He's the main event. This time last year, he was fighting on another card.
Correct.
And look what happens in 1 year. So he was fighting on November 18th, 2017. And this time he's fighting November 17th, 2018. We got the lottery coming up. We better go play the numbers.
Oh, we got to.
Billion.
$1 billion.
$1 lottery.
I'm telling you, I told my husband the other day we need to go and play the lottery.
And give Vegas Grand 10% of your lottery. That would be
the lottery.
Like we need
just
that
10%.
Just 10%. We need that sponsorship. That'd be great.
So I mean, it's like, how does the feeling of? Because I remember on the first show you was talking about your son and all that.
Right.
Now that you have him on the card.
Right. He said he wasn't fighting.
You said he wasn't fighting.
He said he wasn't going to fight with Vegas Grand just yet. He wanted to see, I had to prove myself to my kid, right? Yeah. To make sure I was serious, to make sure that I was going to stick with it. And I think I passed his test. His mommy stuck it out. But we don't say that. We don't tell people that. Okay. We don't make that a point. We just say Vegas Grand Boxing Promotions. We don't say that I'm Lavonte's mom. I guess he doesn't want people, I know I'm on TV, but maybe he doesn't want to think he gets favor. But he doesn't. He gets the same treatment as the other boxers.
Correct.
He has to get out and hustle just like the other boxers. So.
And what's his record?
Lavonte's 6-0.
6-0.
Yeah, he's 6-0.
He is a really, he is like one of those fighters that you want to watch. Like, and he really is a gentleman. Like Mama over here, this mama, but her son, he is not only a great fighter, he is a great person all the way around. I enjoyed sparring with him and learned so much from him, even just sitting there and watching him. He has a true passion for this sport, and it shows. So everybody better come see that main event.
What we're going to do is we're trying to get Roy Jones.
Yes.
We're trying to get Roy Jones and who else?
Michael Williams Jr. is Roy Jones' trainer.
Correct.
So we're going to get Roy Jones and his other 2 fighters.
Okay.
They are on the card. So
Correct.
he's definitely coming. He has two additional fighters.
Yeah, so we're trying to get them on the phone right now. So that's what we're trying to work and see, because I think they were kind of busy right now. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back on the Paul Brown Show.
Thank you.
Good evening. We're back on the Paul Brown Show, and we have my guest, Miss LaVonda Earley-Stacey and Miss TAPA, a boxer. And we have on the recording, we have
Lavonte, the world-class gentleman.
How you doing there, sir? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm here.
How you doing today, sir?
Oh, man, I'm doing wonderful, man. Got done with a great day of training, great day of teaching, man. It's lovely. God is good.
Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about me. If I had $1 for every time I had that question, man. A little bit about me. I grew up, born and raised here in Charlotte. I'm 24 years old, so I'm part of the new generation that's coming up. I'm 6-0 as a pro.